The actions of former professional guardian Rebecca Fearley may make you wonder just how closely the state and courts are watching the people charged with looking after thousands of wards. A criminal investigation was launched after one of her wards, Stephen Stryker, died just days after Fearley refused to revoke a do not resuscitate order she signed without his or his daughter's knowledge.
I would like to see justice for my father.
That prompted local courts to revoke more than 140 other DNRs for her wards, including Jack Marr.
Somebody needs to try to save my life.
And last month, Orange County's comptroller released a shocking audit. Fearley had billed Advent Health more than $3.6 million during the past 5 years, mostly for unknown services for 472 patients who were not legally her wards. The audit also found she double billed Advent Health and some of the 95 patients who were listed as wards.
And that's wrong. And that's just very wrong.
Now the chief judge of the Ninth Circuit, which includes Orange and Osceola counties, is making substantial changes to the Guardian program to protect the vulnerable, mostly elderly people who could be victimized by their guardians.
Through the Rebecca Fearley story and incident, we've recognized that there are parts of the guardianship system that we just don't have adequate resources to be able to address.
Chief Judge Donald Myers tells me he's changing that. A new judge will be added beginning January 1st. That means one judge will handle probate and trust cases, while the other handles just guardianship and mental health. A guardian case manager will also be added. And Judge Myers is reviewing software and a database in Pennsylvania that tracks guardian cases and alerts the state and courts of unauthorized billing or payments. Fearley had more than 450 wards in more than a dozen counties.
A statewide system like that would assist us in being able to see firsthand where guardians are working, how many cases they're handling, and the potentials for fraud or abuse.
Now, I checked with the Attorney General's office and the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, but neither would comment on their ongoing investigations of Fearley. In August, an FDLE search of her office recovered cremated remains of 9 people whose identities have yet to be revealed. Meredith?
Greg, thank you.